Welcome to Part 2, where we will explore virtualization technology. Let's start by installing Windows 10 Client OS. Create a new VM and name it VM03, and select the ISO image. Click on Unattended Installation, and configure the base memory to 4096 MB and allocate 2 CPU. And leave the disk size on default. You can go lower depending on your PC's specifications. Now let's configure our network adapter and change it to host-only adapter. Now let's start the VM. Please wait for it to load up. Now click on Next, and then click on Install Now. Now follow the steps shown on the screen. We will choose Windows 10 Pro. Please follow the steps shown on the screen. We will choose Custom Installation, and click on Next. Now please wait for the installation process to complete. Now click on Yes. Now click on Yes again, and then click on Skip. Now click on I don't have an internet. Now click on Continue with limited setup. Now give this PC a name. In our case, we will use S11219345 and create a password, and then click on Next, and then confirm your password and click on Next again. Now choose 3 questions and type your answers. Please follow the steps shown on the screen. Now select No, and then click on Accept. Now select No, and click on Accept. Now choose the second option, and click on Accept. Now select No, and then click on Accept. Now select No, and then click on Accept. Now select No, and then click on Accept. Now click on Not Now. Now please wait for this process to finish. Now we have successfully installed Windows 10 Client OS. Now let's configure our Ethernet settings so we can connect to our Windows Server 2022 we made in Part 1. Firstly, go to Control Panel, and then go to Network and Internet Settings, and then go to Network and Sharing Center, and click on Ethernet, and follow the steps shown on the screen to configure this properly. Now configure the IPv4 settings. Now change the IP address to 192.168.1.2 as shown on the screen. The subnet mask will be set automatically. Now change the default gateway to 192.168.1.1. Now change the preferred DNS server to 192.168.1.1. Now click on OK, and follow the steps shown on the screen. Now we have successfully configured our Ethernet settings. Now let's connect to the domain we created in Windows Server 2022 in Part 1 and log in with the appropriate credentials. Firstly, open System Settings and scroll down and go to Rename this PC as shown on the screen. Now click on Change, and then select Domain, and then type s11219345.com, and then click on OK. Please follow the steps shown on the screen. Now log in with the credentials that we have used in Windows Server 2022 in Part 1. Now we have successfully connected to our domain. Now let's restart this PC. Please be patient during the installation process. Now log in with the credentials that we have used in Part 1 for our Windows Server 2022. Now we have successfully connected to our s11219345.com domain. Now, let's map the storage pool from Windows Server to the client OS. Firstly, open Windows Explorer and right-click on this PC and open Map Network Drive Settings. And select Drive F, and then type / 192.168.1.1 RAID 5. Please follow the steps shown on the screen. Now click on Finish, and now log in with the same credentials that we have used in Part 1 for our Windows Server. Now we have successfully connected to our RAID 5 network drive. Now let's open this and open the roar.txt file. And type roar from client OS, and then save this file. Now let's open our Windows Server 2022 to see if we can see the changes. As shown on the screen, we have successfully mapped our storage pool to client OS. Thank you for watching. In Part 3, we will test the RAID setup.